Hey, welcome back to the Daniel Thomas Show. Tom, you got something for us today?
All right. So today, I've got a question. Since you're the single one in the group, I've seen, I've been out looking at TikTok and some of these places, in just trying to figure out what you go through. I'm finding all these disaster dates. Now, how is it that we have certain creators out there and all their dates are disasters?
It's just too much, isn't it, though? Because I'm telling you, you could watch that for hours, couldn't you?
But I love the fact that I can go to one creator and they've got 500 disaster dates.
Yeah, see, I think that some of this is creating content and creating disasters and creating mayhem. I mean, you can date loons. You can date.
Right. Yeah.
You can answer email from certain people that you'd like. Wow, this is Kookaburra Festival time. And
But we do appreciate the emails.
oh yeah,
Please keep them coming.
Yeah, but some
Yeah.
of the, and again, we really do appreciate that. But
Yeah.
do you meet that person? No way. I mean, I don't. I no. But there's people out there that you see. There's videos.
Yeah.
There's TikToks. People are filming themselves and doing things like that, and I think that that's crazy.
So as a single guy, how do you combat that in the dating world? I mean, how do you know if you're being set up on one of these, oh my God, it's a disaster date, and all they're doing is trying to bait you into something that might be great?
Are you asking me? See,
yeah,
here's the
I'm
thing.
asking you.
I have kind of rules that I have when it comes to dating, with like who I'll go out with,
Sure.
and to verify who this person is, because we've heard, from our last video where the women are dating fake men so the restaurants can get meals. It's horrific. Yeah. I verify who these people are, and I like certain women. I like them to, again, I don't care what they do for work as long as they have a job.
Sure.
As long as it's something. And again, I dated lately. I've dated a lot of people, and it's been a variety of different people. People that are like independently wealthy. Work. I don't work in 12 years, but they have things to do.
Correct.
They have money. They have assets and things like that, where they're not looking for a free meal at all.
True. But
okay.
I mean,
but again, I verify everything. I can't go on the apps. I don't do that for various reasons. And but I always get recommendations from people, or I ask people out myself. That's usually how it works 90% of the time.
Right. But you and I were talking over lunch the other day about facial recognition and using technology to help you in the dating world.
Okay. Instagram filters. This is what got it in there. In that, my cousin, I love the guy, was telling me that he dates this woman who looked like the most beautiful model out of Cosmopolitan ever, and meets her, and she's like, oh yeah, those are the filters I use from Instagram to make me look this way and have the makeup. And she looked nothing like her photo. They weren't old. She wasn't heavy. It wasn't anything like that. But there were all the makeup photos to where she looked completely different. And he was like, why would you put those out there if that's not how you look? And didn't understand it. And again, just, look at people's LinkedIn backgrounds, look at people's pictures of what they do, and verify what they do. Where do you work at? What do you do? It doesn't hurt to ask questions like that.
So, and because I'm married and I don't need to do this, but I know that Google's got Google Images. So if I wanted to buy a pair of shoes, I can shoot a picture. I assume that same technology will work with face?
Reverse imaging. You can take a reverse image and you can put it into certain websites. It'll tell you everything where it's at.
Okay, gotcha.
And if somebody is using somebody else's picture, there's that. If you, you have to verify. You have to do everything you can to verify right now. So, just be careful, but ask questions. And if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. But don't, I'm telling you, the best thing to do is go someplace and meet someone. Everybody I know that's with somebody right now is, I met them here. And they were, whether it was a meetup group, it was some social event, something like that, and they got to meet people there. It's funny. I went to we took my daughter to the LA Times did the top 101 restaurants in in Los Angeles, and they had this great shindig, and we went and paid for VIP, so we got to get there an hour early and try all the food and everything. But I was there with my daughter, so I'm like, God, this is the most amazing place because there's just all these attractive people here, and it'd be a great place to talk and meet people
Sure.
and things like that. But do things like that, guys, because somebody's paying for a meal.
Right.
You can talk to them, find out what they do, and you can find out, does this person drink too much? Is this person going to the smoking section? If that's not your
Sure.
thing, you can really figure people out in a 2.5 hour event really easily, I think.
Well, and the beauty there is you've got something in common. You're both interested in food. You're both from the area, whatever it happens to be. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I liken it. I've got a dog, and she's one of my best friends. But my dog and I used to go to the dog park, and there's a lot of individuals like myself
I
that
have
are
to tell
married.
this story.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
My
ahead.
late girlfriend used to think that Tom went there to meet his girlfriend. He's there with his girlfriend, Dan.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, Dan, he's never invited to the dog park? I don't have a dog. Okay. Well, that's why, because he's meeting his girlfriend, which is funny.
Yes.
But that's why. But I know
It's-
that there's so many women
Yeah.
there. And I was going to take Rosie this week to Dog Beach
Yeah.
and let her go run because it was dog grooming week and it was raining. So we didn't go down there for that.
But I mean, this is a perfect example of where you're doing something that you would normally do. So I have a boxer and she needs to be exercised. So we'd go to the dog park. And there were a number of men and women who were single there that I talked to. And I saw the interactions and it was like, you know what? Those two could make a good couple.
Yeah.
But there was no pressure. It's like, okay, you both like dogs. You're both here. You're both here at 7 o'clock in the morning. So evidently you care about your animal. And, you've got someplace to be. It's not 11 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday and you're sitting there on the bench having a smoke and thinking, hey, this is the place.
Because those people are there too.
They are there. They're there at 11. But,
One thing that was sent to me this week was different, I'm not going to advertise these, but different TikToks that cover regional things to do. And one of them that was for Southern California was covering, oh, you don't think you can meet people? Let me show you what's out there. And they showed running groups, walking groups, hiking groups, movies, mom groups where you can take your kids. And they had 70 moms with strollers that walk the kids and they all get together to get out of the house. Because, when you've got a young baby, how it is. It's just demanding and your husband goes off to work and you want something to do. And I guarantee
hold on. That's not where you're going to meet a date, though. Okay,
I'm just saying that people get caught up in there's nothing for me to do. I can't get anything to do. There's plenty to do, but it takes work. And again, it's like
But it doesn't take money to do it. That's the beauty.
It doesn't take money at all.
Got a pair of shoes?
I just think that you've got to get out. But people, a real disservice was done with COVID, where people just were locked inside the house, and a lot of people don't like it. But I'm one of these people. You have to be good with yourself, and I really believe that. And one of my favorite comedians is a man named Colin, Kane. And what kind of person can you be for somebody else if you can't be good for yourself?
Right.
And that's a great lesson to learn, because you need to be able to be content with, I'm not going out tonight.
Yeah.
And I get more done. I get more, with all the business plans, that I have planned for this year. It really helps to be able to do that. Sure. And dating, I enjoy it. It's fun. I enjoy every aspect of it, but there's just rules that I have with it. If you don't meet the rules, that's that. And it's not, wow, what a jerk. It just eliminates any problems, because we could sit there and all we could do is talk about the disasters that people go through and the videos and just I do think some of it is clicking and building an online, you can't have these smoking hot women that just have disaster date after disaster date after disaster date.
Well, you can, because you're making them a disaster, because you want to film the content. You want to quote unquote be relevant.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a real relationship, these are the type of people that if you do match up with them on a dating app or something of this nature, this is where that reverse imaging technology comes in and says, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah,
this is not
John
somebody.
Smith, he's Peter Lewis, he's Tom, he's Dan, he's this guy, and just be careful. But don't. But again, I mean, I spent the last date I was on was the woman was telling me some of the horror stories her friends were going through, and it was funny because they were just so over the top and they were so leery of these men that they never had a chance, and she's never met the guy. A few text messages and that's it, but something sinister is going to happen,
And that's okay, because that person should trust her gut. If it's sinister and it's going to happen, stay home.
Or she's
work on yourself, though. Don't just stay at home and go, I can't find anybody.
Right.
Work on yourself.
Okay. Be content with yourself, guys.
Yeah.
But again, I just, again, we appreciate all the email that we're getting from you guys because it's solid gold. And it gives us oh, wait till you read this, Dan.
Yeah.
Wait till you read this, Tom. DanielThomasShow@yahoo.com. And thank you guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Let us know what else you want to see. And there's a lot out there right now.
Take care of yourself.
So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.